Hello, hello. Hey, everyone. How are we doing? For those of you that come on live, hey, how's it going today? And for those of you that are catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Let us know you are here, how you're doing, what you're up to today. My computer's going slow. I think I need a new computer, y'all. Yes. All right, let's see. I think I'm on. I think you can see me. I think we've got the captions going. Yeah. Awesome. 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 So, hey, everyone. So I think most of you know me at this point, but we have had a few new people come in the past few weeks. As always, please continue to invite those that you know are going to benefit from this amazing inspirational community where we really focus on self-development, because self-development is both personal and professional development. It's relational development. It's spiritual development. It's emotional development. You are the self. You are the common denominator. That's what I do. That's what I want to inspire you to do in your life, for yourself, for those around you. And so let's continue to grow this community. And so you'll see what I labeled the title of this chat today as, and I also recently posted a post on my own personal Facebook group. And what I did here with regard to me saying that I'm a woman of faith and I'm not a God-fearing woman is in and of itself a demonstration of what it means to me to live balanced and bold, to be bold and to be balanced in the life that you're living. Now, how that plays out in your life is totally up to you. It's going to be different for each of us, but I really wanted to come on here live to chat about this because this is really, really important. I'm first going to read to you what I wrote, and then I'm going to expand upon why it's relevant to you, why it's relevant to me, what difference it makes in my business. I know I have a lot of entrepreneurs in here, business owners, and a bunch of other people that are leaders, parents, professionals in some way. And so this is relevant to you, and it is life-altering, mind-altering, if you take it into consideration. So I'm going to pull the app up. I'm going to pull up Facebook on my phone because I can't see comments. So if comments come through on here, I won't be able to see it. So let me pull this up on my phone just in case there's any comments, questions that come up. I would love to be able to answer. This is relevant to you, and it is. I'm going to pull up Facebook on my phone. There we go. All right. So now if any comments come up, I can see them right there on my phone. So I am a woman of faith, but I am not a God-fearing woman. Now, I am the daughter of pastors. My mother's a pastor. My father's a pastor. My uncles are pastors. I have several uncles that are pastors. My grandfather was a pastor. Even my mom's husband, who is my stepfather, he used to be a pastor. So this is a big statement. This is a big statement coming from me to say out loud and to stand in, but it is so meaningful to me. And I felt so inspired to share it because I will tell you that the amount of conversations I have in the background with people and with clients alike that experience shame around faith in some way, or shame around not being who they should be, who they're told to be, who they're expected to be in some way, because it doesn't actually line up with who they are. And they feel like they have to hide themselves. The amount that I see this is so saddening. And that is why I just knew that I had to share my stance on this, because faith and fear are not synonymous. And this is a major part of what our society has gotten twisted, in my opinion. I've just seen it time and time again. Faith is filled with unconditional love and forgiveness and safety and acceptance and compassion and well-being. Well-being is at the core of faith. But fear invoked obedience, like obeying because you're scared of someone or something, or that something bad's going to happen to you. That has none of those. Fear doesn't have unconditional love in it. It's not about forgiveness. It definitely doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel accepting. There's no compassion when you have a fear-based relationship, when you're doing things, making decisions, being a certain way because you're scared. The mistake that we have made, though, at an individual level and at a societal level, so at a macro level, is that we have been convinced to believe that this beautiful kind of faith, the unconditional love, forgiveness, safety, acceptance, that it's too soft, that it's too weak, that it doesn't command enough respect or direction to prevent chaos and therefore is unable to keep order. Thus, fear is required. And that's untrue. That's untrue because underneath that, implicit in that, what's implied with that belief is that faith has no boundaries. Is that if you are someone who has relationships or lives within faith, that you have no boundaries and you just let everyone step all over you. There's nothing that's off limits. Anyone can treat you any which way. And that's not compassion. That doesn't feel safe. That's not faith. So it is untrue that faith is some whimsical, weak thing that if we were to embrace it more at a deeper level, individually and societally, that it would somehow wreak chaos and there would be no means of control. Now, I am a woman of faith, but I'm not a God-fearing woman. I'm a mother of faith, but I am not a mom who tries to control her children with fear. That which created us is the source of well-being itself, regardless of what you call it. Maybe it's just a feeling to you. Maybe it is God to you. Maybe it is universal source to you. Maybe whatever name you use. That which created us is the source of well-being itself, hence it creating life, right? And it doesn't want us to feel a lack of love or safety, acceptance, or compassion. It doesn't want us to lack those things. Nor do I want that from my relationship with my children, the ones that I created and brought into this world. I brought my children into this world. I don't want them to feel a lack of love, a lack of safety, a lack of acceptance, a lack of compassion. But with fear, if I develop a relationship with my children based upon fear, where they obey because they're fearful of me, of consequences of who they'll be perceived as, then that doesn't feel safe. Fear will invoke a lack of trust. Faith allows trust to grow. And if you're listening to this and you're feeling like a reaction in your body, it's because this resonates with you. There's something in your life that there's background fear about, right? Maybe you do or don't want to admit it now. That's fine. We're all in a different place in our journey. Hey, Deb. But my children are more likely to come to me during a time of need if they have faith that I will love them unconditionally. If they have faith that they can feel safe with me because I'll accept them for who they are, then they're less likely to be scared of being who they truly are. Doesn't that make sense for us too? Think about the relationships in your life, maybe with your parents or with your children or with your family members or with your friends. Do you feel safe going to the people that you fear the reaction out of? Or do you feel safe going to the people that you have faith are going to be there for you and love you unconditionally, compassionately, even if they disagree? If they have faith that even in disagreement, I'll express my thoughts and set boundaries from a place of love and compassion, then they'll feel safer in asking for help or admitting mistakes when they mess up. And guess what? We all need help sometimes, and we all mess up sometimes. So don't we want to be able to feel safe when that happens? Don't we want to be able to feel safe in going to someone or something if we feel like we're not enough in some way? And wouldn't we feel like we're not enough in some way because we're not feeling accepted? We're fearful that we won't be accepted for who we are. You see, fear and faith are not synonymous. And so the same is true for myself and my faith, because you see, I want to have faith in my children. They're not always going to be little. I want to have faith that they'll be able to navigate this world safely and compassionately and confidently with acceptance for those and that which is different from them, as well as for them to feel accepted by those and that which is different from them. This is so important in every single relationship that we have, personal, professional, or everything in between, because relationships bred in fear result in resentment, in anger, in deep shame. Marriages bred in fear won't be happy or healthy. Parent-child relationships founded in fear will be strained, at the very least. Churches or community relationships bred in fear will result in suffering and people hiding who they truly are. Don't we see that so often? Or maybe they're lashing out in defensiveness, or they're just cutting off and leaving. We need this in the workplace too. Employees who fear the response or lack of response from the leaders in their employment, are they going to feel safe in coming to you? Are they going to feel safe in sharing their creative ideas? Are they going to feel safe in asking for support or admitting when they mess up so that the issue can be rectified earlier on? No. In fact, research supports this. It's not just me saying it. Stress levels go up when there's that fear-based relationship in all aspects of our lives. Trust levels go down, when there's that fear-based, right? That's why I'm a woman of faith. I'm not a God-fearing woman because I do not fear the source that created me with the intention of well-being and love and safety and compassion and forgiveness at the very core. This faith is embedded in all that I do as a woman, as a mom, as a human citizen, a professional, a friend. And that's why it's relevant here to you all. Because me sharing this right here, knowing that this is controversial, some people will vehemently disagree and others won't. And everything in between. Some people have some very strong reactions to it. And that's okay. But it's not okay if I'm basing what I share with you all, if I'm basing how I show up with you all, mostly on, the majority of it on my fear of how people will react to me and my truth. This is my truth. And so instead, I'm choosing to show up. This is who I am. This is who I am. Whether someone agrees with me or not, that's okay. This is who I am. I'm a woman of faith and I do not fear God. I have faith. And so my faith is that as I share who I am boldly, in a way that feels good to me, in a way that helps me create and maintain balance in my life and all aspects of it, I'm able to then show all of you that you can do that too. Whatever it is that means for you. What does it mean for you to boldly show up as yourself? What does that look like for you in all aspects of your life, at work, in relationships, at home, and otherwise? This faith or this fear can be embedded in any foundation of your life. It can be. And it will affect how any of us show up. I've kept a lot in over my lifetime due to fear. But when I'm more connected to my faith, that fear subsides and I can share boldly and honestly from a place of love and safety and compassion and forgiveness, purity, just truth. And that allows me to lead my children, my marriage, my clients, and all aspects of me in my life in a more honest way and in a way that most other people will never get to experience from someone else in their life because of all the hiding and all the shame that we see going on. And so if you're a leader, if you're a parent, if you're a partner, if you're a professional, which everyone in this group is one of those things, if not more, ask yourself if you're leading more out of fear, living more out of fear, loving more out of fear, acting more out of fear, or faith. And be honest with yourself, because whatever the answer is, it can work for you, it can work against you. And if you want my support in going deeper with that, I did expand a couple more spots due to interest for a beta program that I have going on, combining the brain, the body, the soul, and the spirit, the soul and sciences, because I embed that in all of my programming. Okay. And so since it's a beta level course, what's going to happen is that you're going to get a significant 70% discount. This particular offer is for a one-to-one spot. So I opened up a couple more due to interest, and I'm going to go ahead and put that out there for you all. I'll put the information in the comments below. You can apply if you're interested. We'll see if it's a good fit, because I would love to help you live your life, lead, love, live boldly from a place of faith, whatever that faith looks like for you and feels like for you, not out of fear. Makes a world of difference. All right, y'all. I'll see you later.